let's talk about the Rolls-Royce Phantom. Although this is the 8th generation of the Phantom in Rolls-Royce motor cars history, they haven't always run concurrently. Today, in 2nd generation modern form, the Phantom introduces an entirely new platform that, it is claimed, distinguishes Rolls-Royce as a super-luxury car builder. Now is the moment to demonstrate just how revolutionary this 2.8-ton, 5.8-meter, hand-built emblem of riches and status truly is, as measured objectively by satellite timing equipment, as well as, perhaps even more importantly, by decibel, on city highways as well as in other parts of the country. Design. Both the extended wheelbase version of the Phantom and the standard wheelbase Phantom examined here are behemoths by saloon car standards, although being generally slightly shorter than the models they replace. Even the basic Phantom is longer than the longest Mercedes-Benz S-Class by more than half a meter at 5.76 m. Hence, it is immediately apparent that this is not a car that was designed with any fear of the concept of excess or even with a passing recognition of it. The platform supporting the Phantom is a brand new, all-aluminum space frame that has been nicknamed, maybe rather pompously, the architecture of luxury. This platform makes the Phantom's body in white 30% stiffer and a little bit lighter than the one it replaced. The Phantom's brand new double-wishbone front and 5-link rear suspensions work in tandem with 4-wheel steering technology and active anti-roll bars to complement the vehicle's standard air springs and adaptive dampers. It has sound and vibration dampening features that are employed in unique ways that you won't find in any other production car, and this alone accounts for more than 130 kilograms, about 286.6 pounds, of bulk. The renowned Pantheon radiator grille from earlier Phantom models has been toned down so that it now blends in with the surrounding bodywork rather than standing out, although it is also higher than on the earlier model. Generally, variations of the coach builder James Young-built Silver Cloud from 1955 serve as the vehicle's primary historical inspiration. Interior. A sizable, sturdy, and tactile stainless steel door handle is used to open the Phantom's front or rear-hinged coach rear doors. Now, at the push of a button, the front and back doors will both automatically close with you inside. In the past, only the Phantom's back doors could do that. The same motor mechanism serves as an intelligent stay for each closure, maintaining the angle you left it at when you entered and exited until you were ready for it to close, as if it were being held by an invisible driver. No matter if Phantom patrons, the term Rolls-Royce prefers to owners, customers, or drivers, decide to drive or be driven, they will relax in a setting so opulent and comfortable that very few other cars in the world can truly compare. As you enter the vehicle, you take a step backward into the back seats, as if being led into a bygone era, where, according to our measurements, there is more leg and headroom than in either a long-wheelbase Mercedes-Benz S-Class or a Bentley Mulsanne. It should be noted that this is before the choice to extend the car's wheelbase and accompanying cabin length by 220 mm, about 8.66 in, if you choose the EWB version. Rolls-Royce asserts vehemently that every knob, button, surface, and switch that appears to be made of steel, glass, wood, or leather is made of the material that your eyes tell you it is. And that is virtually always plausible. The mahogany paneling on our test car, notably on the back picnic tables, and the polished steel air vents were notable highlights. The Phantom's overall standard for material quality, both on the eye and under the fingertip, is astonishingly good. Nevertheless, there are a few spots where what appears to be metal doesn't feel quite convincing as such, like the window switches and some of the ventilation controls. Performance. Although it has often been said that the ticking of the analog clock on the fascia of a moving Rolls-Royce is the loudest sound within the cabin, that isn't quite the case here. That's not the case, though, far from it. The Phantom has a lot of noise entry to drown out such a thing. This is because the clock in the car barely ticks. No second hand is present. And even if it did, You can bet it would be the quietest running in-vehicle timekeeping device you've ever used, in keeping with everything else about this automobile. The mechanical sophistication of the Phantom is truly amazing and unmatched. You'll truly struggle to hear the 6.7-liter V12 engine when sitting in the front seats, which is how we often test a car's noise level. The problem isn't that it's quiet. At 34 dB, it's practically silent, considering that the ambient open-air hum of most contemporary metropolitan surroundings will measure louder than that. In full flight, the car squats on its hindquarters a little, but less than you might think, and raises its voice just loud enough to reveal the immaculate mechanical pedigree of that engine. When required, the Phantom can hit 100 miles per hour from rest in less than 12 seconds and go from 30 miles per hour to 70 miles per hour through the gears in just 4.4 seconds. Handling. Like the Mercedes-Benz S-Class and Audi A8, the car uses a camera-based processor to proactively adjust the suspension prior to crossing bumps, which not only keeps you from even noticing 90% of the imperfections in the road surface, but it also creates an almost imperceptibly loping, singularly laid-back, soft and supple rolling character that quite brilliantly seems to represent the idea of the grandest of limousines. The Phantom's suspension cannot, however, totally shield you from feeling the lumps and bumps you are traveling over, since nothing on four wheels can. The automobile's long-wave gait, which is incredibly flexible and constantly adapts, more closely matches your expectations of what the world's most opulent car should feel like. For the juvenile and curious among us, there's no way to make the car oversteer, even in very slippery conditions. But in the extreme wet, the car's sheer stability and capacity to cut through standing water are both mighty. MPG. Does it matter that it costs £40,000 more than the old Phantom or 50% more than its closest competitor when you consider the status this car conveys, the wealth of which it speaks, the utmost in luxury briefs that it serves, and the uncompromising engineering that has been applied to produce it? Likely not a single thing. Nonetheless, you believe that Phantom owners are keepers. And they might be happy to learn that their 563 brake horsepower, 2,780 kilograms Rolls-Royce can return better than 28 miles per gallon when touring, and so traverse almost 400 miles between 90-liter fuel tank fills, if only because it means they'll have to stop less frequently on the road from their city duplex to their rural property. And that is the 8th-gen Rolls-Royce Phantom. It is significantly more majestic, ostentatious, and has a feeling of occasion than anything else on four wheels, although its predecessor also possessed these qualities. However, it also appears to be even more tailored to the tastes and preferences of its customer base than its predecessor was.